I brought my
That shit is hilarious.
You got your Sunday's best on.
Cause I want to give y'all Alabama fans a moment of silence.
We good over here, man. We good. Don't do us like that.
No, she did not.
Don't do me like that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's nasty.
She said she want a moment of silence. Look, I ain't gonna even lie. It is a moment of silence. Because here's the deal. It's funny you say that because me and George talking earlier. I was like, they was having rumors about that shit earlier because what happened was they only opened up the portal, which I found out they only have 1 week to do a portal transfer. They only have 1 week. But Alabama is different. Other police places have at least a good 2 weeks or so. And I don't know why.
Oh, so none of the players can go in the portal now?
Yeah, they only open it up for a week, I think, with Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So nigga, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker to you.
She
pouring salt on us.
First of all,
hold on. Let me finish. Let me say this. Here's the kicker to you pouring salt in my wound. My son plays for the University of Alabama football team.
Exactly.
He played now?
Don't give a damn. Yeah, he played now.
Yeah.
He don't give a damn. What you about to say? Don't hold back.
That's fine.
She don't care.
I thought we was better than that, but I see we ain't. It's all good. Roll Tide.
All bets are off.
All bets off.
Roll Tide. It's all good.
Nah, I know y'all sad. So he better jump in that portal. He better jump in that portal.
No.
Look, let me tell you.
It ain't nowhere to go. It ain't nowhere to go. We there.
What I want to
know
we
got a system.
Who the hell is going to replace him, man? Because he's looking at about five. I think Alabama looking at about five people, right?
A smart coach. A smart coach would come in and use Nick's system that's in place. Don't come in and try to change anything because we've already beat you what you do. So come in and implement Nick's system and can continue to carry it out. Right. The thing that you can't replicate. The thing you can't replicate with Nick is his recruiting because kids want to play for Nick, not just for Alabama.
But it's different now that you got the portal, and then because from my understanding with Alabama, what is that a lot of players used to come to Alabama because of how much respect Nick has.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
So now you have the portal, you have NIL deals, they getting money. You got people like Coach Prime who got all access to anybody, any and everybody. So it's like, did you see his tweet where he said that they ran him out? Let's see if I can find.
Which one? Who?
Let me find the tweet.
Coach Saban out?
Coach Saban out?
Hold on, I'm gonna read Dion.
No, man. I don't know.
Not in that manner. Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead.
So here's the deal. So like you said, George, I agree that a good coach, but their choices are the five choices is one of the guys from Oregon that
Dan Lanning.
And then they got the guy from Texas and the Steve guy from Texas, and then the two guys.
Steve Sarkisian.
Yep. And then Florida State dude too, right?
Florida. I don't know what Lane Kiffin has been thrown in there too, but we'll see.
Okay, so here's Prime's tweet, right? He says, "Wow, college football just lost the GOAT to retirement. I knew it would happen one day soon, but not this soon. The game has changed so much that it chased the GOAT away. College football, let's hold up our mirrors and say honestly what you see."
Right. So the NIL is what Neil. The NIL is what Nick doesn't like. Right.
He don't like
not
that,
as much as he don't like the transfer portal. Right. The transfer portal is really where it's causing a real ruckus in college football. Right.
That's it. Correct.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hashtag facts. That's it. No doubt, man. No doubt. Oh yeah, it's causing real ruckus. But I mean, to be honest, man, this if NIL was alone when we was playing. Dude,
it should have been along all the time.
If NIL deal was when my cousin was playing, rest his soul.
Right. Ooh. I remember you talking about exactly. Right.
It should have been there. It should have been there all the time. I'm from Michigan, so I remember the story with the Fab Five with Jalen Rose and Chris Webber and all them. They would go into the mall and didn't have enough money to buy food, but their jerseys are selling out in Foot Locker. They should have been getting some money.
And all those, Exactly. And they be walking by and looking at it, and they can't even buy damn food, bro.
All right.
And
No, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous, man. It's crazy, but I don't know. I honestly, I was a little hurt. I heard the rumors. I knew they were strong, but I never really spoke on it. But I figured, it's going to happen. So I think what he said. What he said he's going to do is,
we're going to give you a moment of silence. We're going to give you a moment of silence.
No, she did
I'm not looking at this side of the screen. I'm going to see if I can put a sheet of paper over this side of the screen. Let me put a sheet of paper over her.
Man. Look, right. Cover that shit up, man. Cover that shit up. Cover that shit up. What Georgia talking about? I mean, you just,
I like Georgia. That's the point. They my
little cousins.
Look.
Don't do that.
I don't give a damn. You know that bag
don't
of F's?
Do that.
The bag of F's? I don't give a damn about Georgia.
Bruh.
But they won two more championships.
Don't say
Look.
Bro. Hey. No bigger than the cigar. Right.
Hey, did you see that meme where it was Kirby Smart on the phone and Nick was on the phone and Kirby said, "Hey, Nick, why didn't you answer my call?" He said, "Oh, I only heard 2 rings."
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Exactly. Right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, did you see the meme today where they said what they said?
What they say?
Saban gone and the 5 referees in the transfer portal too.
They said Big Al, the mascot, got in the transfer portal.
Oh man!
Everybody except your son.
We good. We good over here. We like Kevin Gates. We don't get tired, baby. We good over here.
Okay.
Oh boy, that damn Mika boy. She be coming for blood.
Them old Georgia fans. I golf with them old Georgia fans. They've been quiet.
Don't do
boy,
that.
they've been so quiet. They quiet. Mouth's looking nice.
I'm on Dion's side a little bit too now. I can't wait to see what the Shadur.
No doubt. Listen. He went down to what is it that they just had in Texas? Some type of event for the college football.
Oh yeah,
players.
I know what you're talking about.
And he went down there and he shut it down. It was
you see that fan base?
It was about an hour wait just to get his signature. So I'm with you. The Deion Sanders thing. I am on that page.
This stock went up.
Hell yeah. So I'm on that page. No doubt. I really, to be honest, I really hope that he's able to pull off something magnificent, guys, because, I want to see, I hate to use the race card, man, but listen, I just want to see us succeed.
Right.
Just in this particular league, just this time, man.
Well, he knows what he needs now. He knows he needs an offensive line. He got 4 big guys coming. So you got to put the guys in place. It ain't about the coach. It's about putting the players in place. So he knew what he needed. Last year was a test dummy thing for him. So he's good now. He know what to get.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He definitely needs that. I think
he got the number 1 pick. What is he? Number 1 or number 2 pick?
Yeah, he got number 1 pick on one of the O-line guys. He got number 1 pick.
And he just got finished with an All-American team or something like that.
Yep.
I can't remember.
Yep.
I mean, he got some serious hitters. So
Nick Deion has the same influence that Nick has. People go play for Nick because they know that you can go to the NFL if you play for Nick. Same thing with Deion. If you get in Deion's win, you can go to the NFL.
But I feel like it's a little bit more for Deion because Deion comes off as father figure. Deion comes off as not just sending NFL players or young black men, or let me not say young black men, but any of his players to the league, okay?
Right.
And he believes in making these young men.
Right.
You know
Bama
what I mean?
has the same thing. Nick has the same thing. Yeah.
Nick has the same. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that too is just some of these guys don't have the father figures and all of that. So just being able to be close to him and be within his home and all that type of stuff, I think they're looking forward to that as well.
No, that's a good point. Absolutely. That's a good point.
I definitely wish Deion well, for sure.
That's a good point. Talking about, let me ask you guys this, because we was talking, I think, Nika, you sent me something, and this is sort of kind of a different subject, but it's along the lines of successful black people. Your girl, Angela Bassett. You sent me something about old girl. Now, what you guys think about that? Because I like that speech that she gave.
Well, that's the thing. As a black woman myself, the first thing I woke up to is seeing she kissed Regina King in the mouth.
I did sort of like, what the hell?
So nobody even focused on the speech at hand. But I don't know. I mean, I don't care about that because it was a little peck. It's just one of those things where it's a snapshot and they're kissing and then the hand. I think it was more so of the excitement because if you really listen to that speech and if you really seeing how royal and regal she is, she's so poised, like she come off like your mama, like baby nobody to play with. Her aura is just so. Even when she told her kids to stand to your feet. Like this lady is
to your right. She did.
Right.
She did.
Like who
she said rest. She said
ass up.
Yeah. Hop up right fast. Hop up right fast.
Rest
on your feet.
Rest.
And she said, ha. I said that part.
That
so,
choir director.
Right.
Yeah. But to take that little second and focus on that after all these 40 years that she's been in the business and she's finally getting her honorary, award, and people were saying, well, that's just like a honorary doctorate. No, ma'am. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because guess who the first person was? We didn't realize Cicely Tyson was the first person to receive that award.
Right.
And Cicely Tyson, my daddy had me watching all them slave movies. Cicely Tyson was my favorite actress before I even knew of anybody else.
Right.
So I'll play fun and games, but with that one right there, that is a queen for real. And I just felt like everybody focused on that picture. Fantasia and Patti LaBelle had a kiss too.
That's true. Well, I mean,
a lot of people
have A couple people have had kisses. So,
but let's not steal that moment though. Like,
yeah.
Sensationalized, right? They had to sensationalize everything and make it more than it was. It was a kiss.
Right.
It didn't mean nothing. Keep it moving.
And it was more of us. You know what I mean?
Of course.
That's what pissed me off.
Of course.
Come on, bro.
Of course.
We are our own worst nightmares, man. It's sad.
Right.
But it was so many gems and jewels in that speech. How she uplifted the people before her. She named every person. Like, that's the only thing y'all got out of that moment.
Right.
So
right.
Sad.
Right.
Sad.
That was pretty sad. And that's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But I take my, like you said, give her flowers now. I take my hat off. Hey, give her flowers. I do agree. I hope that we're able to give a lot more what they're calling themselves actors, not actresses anymore, right?
Yeah.
It's actors.
Right.
A lot more actors.
Yeah.
That opportunity. I'm not gonna lie because that was very, very good. So hey, it is what it is, She seems like she respects her husband and family. I mean, the kids, that's different. But she seems like she respects her husband quite a bit, though. I mean, But see, I don't like to do that whole couples goals because nobody is my couples goals. What do you mean when you say the whole couples goal?
Because, in Hollywood, everybody wants to say #couple goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have paid attention to them even on the red carpet. They'll have their moments. And as a gentleman, he'll step aside and give her moment.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I think they really respect each other in their relationship. And I like how they display it. To the public. So, I mean, I have a lot of respect for that couple.
No, that's true. That's a good point because that respect goes both ways, That respect goes both ways. I mean, me and George were talking earlier about how it was one of the Instagram or something that came by George where an old boy, I can't remember his name, the actor was talking and he was letting it known about no man can stand by any disrespectful woman, no matter how beautiful she is, from the perspective of if, to the point where even sex, I will remove myself from sex if you disrespect me. I think I agree on that.
You will.
Don't look at that man like that.
Don't look at me like that. Let me tell you this. I agree with that because here's the deal.
You in the middle and she just...
Greg, let me add a point to your thing, Greg. What he said. How he said it was, he said, men hate disrespect more than they love sex.
Okay. Thank you.
That was his quote.
Cause baby, you talking about you will stop the sex. You ain't finna stop no sex.
He was like, disrespectful ass. Disrespectful. She's so disrespectful.
He gonna punish her.
Hold up. Let me be for real. Let me think about that a second.
No, seriously though, you're right.
Let me think about that for a second. Let's think about that. If you're disrespectful, that's gonna turn me off. That's really gonna turn me off. And I get that men will poke anything. I get that. I understand that. But for real, you're gonna turn me off 1,000%, and I ain't gonna want no ass if you are real flip at the mouth and disrespectful. I'm going to push back. I'm not saying you're gonna never get the ass.
Yeah.
But I am going to push back. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
you gonna grudge fuck. That's what it's gonna be.
I'm gonna make you pay for that shit.
Punisher.
It's gonna
turn it to the
Punisher. She gonna run down to Danny Glover and tell him some why you told Hoppo to tie his ass up.
Oh, there you go with the color purple again. God damn, I cannot get away from the color purple.
Why you told Hoppo to tie his ass up? I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
You know they doing a Purple Rain Broadway now.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm purpled out.
That's crazy. But I see, seriously. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Then the other thing I wanted to touch on was,
I don't know why.
Let me ask you a question, Nika.
Okay.
I'm going to get real serious with you because I really want to get, I know we don't have the time. Let me just want to put that out there. We don't have the time to really get as deep as I want to get with this, but I do have a couple of questions, and I think I want to set you up. I want to trick you first into a question first, and then I want to ask you the real question. So I'm letting you know.
Put my lip gloss on.
Don't put your lip gloss on. That shit ain't going to do no good.
Lip gloss popping. Lip gloss popping.
So, George, how can we phrase this question without giving it away? What we're trying to say is what we talked about in the cigar joint today. Trying to, so let's see. So let me start it this way. Then. If your man, whether you're in a relationship, boyfriend, husband, whoever it may be, and he come to tell you, he say, my penis broke. They had to
broke.
cut. Mm-hmm.
ED. Let's say ED.
No, forget ED. It's just flat out broke. You can do ED all day or whatever.
I'd rather you say ED, not broke.
No, broke. Because listen, ED.
They're broken off.
Women don't like nothing broke. Broke men, broke penis, nothing broke. If you preface with broke, you lost her.
No. Let me stick.
He got some money?
No, let me stick to it. Let me be for real.
Oh, God.
Let me say, I'm going to say broke because here's the deal.
Well, how old he is if it's broke?
No, hold on. I'm going to say broke because here's the deal. Because ED, you got fixes for that. You can take a pill. You can do whatever you want to do to fix the ED. No problem. They got a whole bunch of shit for that. So when I say broke, they done cut the balls out and put some plastic balls in that mug. And
aesthetic balls. Yes.
Wait a minute.
Man, I done messed around, dropped one of my balls. Anybody see the ball around this ball? Man, one of my balls fell out at the mother.
Exactly. I'm just saying. I mean, I know, I'm really trying to get to a point where you understand that there's some problems. ED, the Viagra and the Cialis and all that, whatever, can't fix it.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about that? What's your thought? Would you stay?
He's my man.
Would you stay?
Your husband.
Your husband. Let's say if it was he was married to somebody, your husband. Okay.
And his penis stopped working?
No, it broke. It's just plastic balls.
Okay, well, if he my husband and it broke while we were married, I'm I'm gonna stick beside him. We're gonna get some toys. I mean, we do that anyway. We're gonna get some toys. We're gonna do all that.
No, that's the way. I told you that though, Greg. I told you that.
Women too. Women are emotional creatures. Okay. I don't know, because now I didn't know women were as big of whores as they are these days, and I don't mean no offense, because I talk to a lot of. I talk to a lot of women, and I be shocked, and I'm like, what? Because me, I'm different. Because if we screw, we go together.
Damn.
She said, we go together, bro.
I
can't just have a one night stand.
She got that old Lynn Whitfield on her thin line between love and hate.
Yeah, that part.
It's a man gotta go.
That part.
I can't have just a one night stand. None of that.
But I tried that. I am the girl. If we screw, we go together. Damn. Unless you done gave me a lot of money in something.
But, all right, we're gonna talk about
transactional. Transactional.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Transaction.
Right. So you're gonna stick with the dude. You're gonna stick with.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
Right, cool.
We gonna figure
George
it out.
Said
yeah.
that. You called that. All right, but let me ask you this then. Okay, this is the real talk. This is the real question now. So, if let's see, what did he say she went through? If you got a friend that dude, the wife has been dealing with menopause and ovarian cancer.
She had a hysterectomy, which started the menopause. So she has ovarian cancer, then she had a hysterectomy, so she's just working through.
So now she's working through this process now, but she does not want to be touched by the man. She don't want him in her space or anything. And it's been a good 100 days. And the man is trying to work with her.
Y'all know this person? This a real person?
It's real. We'll say it's real. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying
I'm gonna say it's real. I don't want to put too many people too much business.
Okay. No, I heard something like this on the radio too, but it was.
It happens a lot.
It was the same. It was the same instance, but the woman wanted. She okayed the husband to be involved with someone else, but she wanted control and I didn't mind this too much, but because she wanted to be in control of, she wanted to meet her. She wanted to meet her, get her energy, all that, because she knew she was going to die. I guess this was a different situation.
Yeah,
but she wanted her husband to go ahead and find someone because she knew she was going to die. So she wanted to meet her before she died and to see her energy and all that type of stuff. See if she was good enough for him.
So was this was for marriage or sexual gratification? Because I think what we're talking about, what Greg's example is about, they're married. She's gone through some noticeably serious physical ailments, ovarian cancer. Yeah. Then you got a hysterectomy behind that. Now he's 100 days in without physical gratification. Right? What's his options? What should he do?
What should he do to keep to? Now I have a question. Yeah, what should he do? But then my other question is, should or can he go to her and say, well, look, I've waited for you to heal. I've given you a mental and physical allotment of time.
Yeah.
And I can only kiss the cooch so much.
Yeah.
And I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to do whatever I need to do, physical sex. Can he tell her, is it okay to say, my options are out. Can I go and pay for some?
I hear the Jeopardy music playing in this mug.
I don't know, because if it was me, I would tell him to, go ahead and, you know what I mean? I might even say, can I watch? But she can't do nothing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Some kind of excitement, but we're not all the same.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I feel you.
That's the majority.
Right. I feel you.
And I'd be wrong if I say, well, child, he need to just go.
Rough it out.
No, just, I don't want to say the C word, but
I get it. I'm just saying, you have to really think it through because dudes, don't get me wrong, I get the dudes.
Well, can they go to counseling? Sorry, my eyes watering. I had this air on my eyes.
I don't think the counseling will help the physical part because what me and Greg was kind of having this conversation, and I think I kind of became the defense attorney for the woman because after you go through ovarian cancer and you turn around and have a hysterectomy, there's a lot of mental and physical things that you got to adjust to, but you also have to have.
You're right.
You have to have a clear, concise conversation with your husband that ain't had sex in 100 days to say, "Hey, let's figure something out." Right. How do we do this? How do we make?
But that's why I said they have to go to counseling because she's not going to see eye to eye with him, and he probably, I would assume that he's being understanding and caring, but at the same time, he needs his needs met as well.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Because it's scientifically proven that a man needs to release. So what is he supposed to do? Grab the lotion? Like,
you we grown so much. That's what I'm saying, George. Shit. You don't do that so much, man. It's
they giving hall passes for everything else. This is the perfect time to give a hall pass if it was me. I don't want to speak for other people, but
no, I get what you're saying. Absolutely. And that was my thought process, to be honest, because my thing was, do you tell a person, hey, look, I just got to pay for it then? Because that's that's where I am.
Well, I need to know who you paying first.
Well, because, let me just say this. For guys, some guys, I get what you're saying. Some guys, me and George talked about this earlier. Some guys don't care. They can go and stick their thing in any hole. Some guys don't care. I get that. For me, from my perspective, I need to have a connection with you. I got to have some kind of connection. But you, as a woman, don't want me to have a connection with the chick that I'm paying
It's so
for.
hard, bro. It's so hard. And I know I done said so many answers at this point. Because at the end of the day, we are emotional creatures. And me knowing that my man is about to go pay for some vagina for somebody else. Ooh, and then come home. Because now I'm asking myself, damn, was she good? What she did? Was it tighter than mine? Like, did she move this way? It's a lot of deep. Did he enjoy
psychological
it?
things.
Because it's one thing. I could just be flipping off and saying, I tell him to go get some. But honestly, I'm gonna be sitting there thinking, like, damn, was it good?
Correct.
So I don't know. We talk a good game, but I don't know. That's a hard one. That's really a hard one.
That's a hard one. And I think, Greg, you said something. You said you need to have an emotional connection. I think that's the mature Greg, right? Because the young dumb Greg, the young dumb Jordan. So the emotional aspect of it is the danger to all cheating, right? To all whatever thing you got, right?
I got a question.
Right.
So I want to ask you, as two mature men, right?
Oh Lord, George, it's a setup. She gonna come with some. It's a setup.
Okay. We'll say when you were younger, maybe.
Yeah.
And I mean,
when we got older, we acted fools. We were stupid. But go ahead.
Really? Yeah. But so is it true? There's really no emotional connection if you just screw somebody. Like a random chick.
A random no.
No connection.
No connection. It's like a game of pool.
Exactly.
No connection.
No connection.
So listen.
No connection.
So I answered. I told Greg this. I said the reason why men and women are different. You don't have male prostitutes walking the street.
Right.
But you do. But I'm talking about the majority.
The majority.
So you can have women walking the street and the guy pull up like, how much we doing this for? I don't know you. I have a goal in mind, right? So there's no emotion attached to me pulling up to somebody on the street. There's no emotion attached, right?
Exactly.
I think the emotion to sex for a man is when his soft skill needs are met, right? That's a dangerous part, right? So if a woman starts to attend, going back to the disrespect part, starts to get me in a place where she's respecting me, she's communicating with me properly, she's nurturing me, she's doing those things. Now you've pulled me in emotionally because you're speaking to a part of me that has nothing to do with my penis.
Correct.
Right? So outside of that, men can be unemotional all day in sex. It happens all day, every day, right? But the danger part, the caveat or the warning part is when I'm not getting the emotional needs or getting my needs met by the person that shouldn't meet them, right? I can have sex with you, but be pulled away from you over here because this person has the ability to meet the emotional needs that I have.
Correct.
So if the side piece meet the emotional needs,
they can. They mostly do, and that's so that becomes a psychological thing driven by the central nervous system. My body can't say you ain't supposed to be you're not supposed to be loved properly by this person that shouldn't be loving you.
That's exactly
all you know is you're getting love and the things that you're missing from the person that should be loving you. Right?
But she has you part-time though. So you're not giving her the headache.
Are you talking about the side piece or just the
the side piece?
You're giving the side piece part-time.
Yeah, you give the side piece some time.
The wife got you all the time. So she got you good, bad. You know what I mean? So you're continuously in a honeymoon phase with the side piece.
But see, the side piece. No, here's the deal. The side piece.
But you got to work on that with the.
That's the truth. The side piece has the truth. You're going to be 1,000% true with the side piece. You're not going to be true with the wife because the wife can't handle all of your thoughts and things that you really feel. I can't go out and say, hey, babe, look at that girl right there. She got a fat ass and she real nice without you as my wife thinking, does he want to hit that?
Well, I'm different. Because
some women, I'm just saying, some women, some women are like that. That's why they say you can't go to strip clubs and stuff.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. But there is etiquette in the strip club. And that's also a question for women because, there are a lot of insecure women. Most of the baddest chicks in the game are insecure.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
We just said that tonight.
We just got through talking about that. Then we
I just said that.
You 1,000 right, Nika. You 1,000 right on that. Right. The insecurity piece of so that's a good question. If you're
but that's a childhood trauma. Insecurity comes from some other place.
About to get there. Let me ask you this, Nick.
Really?
For the women, this is what George said, but let me tell you what led us to that. Do you think that the women who are looking for the BBLs and all this kind of stuff, I'm fine with it. I don't care if you go get the BBLs and get the breast or whatever. Yeah. All that's cool. But my point is to George earlier, I was like, what about the women that are getting the BBLs and this and that? His perspective is what, George? Tell me, what's your thought was?
I think when you have to so a mommy makeover is cool. A woman has had babies and all that, right?
Right.
We're gonna throw that out. Throw that out.
Okay.
Throw that out.
But you were born with what you were born with. Now you go get a BBL. I mean, most BBLs are not symmetric, right? You got a fat ass and small legs, and they don't look.
Well, it's many different parts. See, that's the part where people get misconstrued at because injections are really the ones where you have the humongous asses and the tiny legs.
Okay.
And it starts to look deformed.
Okay.
Now you can find girls who have BBLs and they probably went to a cheap doctor. They probably went to Tijuana.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But I'm gonna tell you this, and it's funny as shit now, but like when I was about 10 years old, Jet magazine and stuff like that was out, right?
Page 42. I know.
42.
Right.
Yep.
So, me personally, in my own story, I was always called the ugly duckling. I was always called ugly. I was always called black. Like, I just never felt pretty, right? Okay. So, I would always look at the Jet magazines and I would see, back then, it was natural. They got all the beautiful women of all skin types, right?
Right.
And you remember in the back of the book, there was like these enhancement pills. You remember how they used to have the enhancement? Because I was a little girl who ran around the house with butter on my chest, thinking I didn't have breasts back then. You know what I mean? I even went to school with water balloons. I tried the toilet paper, but the water balloons gave a better effect. And I kept extras in my book bag in case they bust.
Wow.
Okay.
And this was young. You know what I mean? Like because I just felt like they were so beautiful, and I was just this little string bean, flat chested. you know, and that's back when, okay? When Jet Magazine or what have you. So I wrote them people a letter talking about, can y'all please send me these pills? If y'all send me these pills, when I get an allowance, I'll pay y'all later, right?
Lord have mercy. Did you go to University of Georgia? Damn.
Baby, listen, they wanted to be the baddest thing ever.
She wanted them to sponsor her.
She did the whippy. I'll gladly play you Tuesday for a hamburger today around this motherfucker.
She said, I'm going to start my NIL, my name, image, likeness right now.
I don't care. Whatever.
Right now.
Ain't no shame in my story. I tell everybody my story. I tell my daughter my story, everything. But even in that moment,
that's real.
I just thought those women were so beautiful. Now, today, it's sad. You know what I mean? Because you have 18-year-olds, you know, ready to go. I mean, I saw somewhere where a woman was getting her daughter a breast reduction for graduation.
Right.
I just heard this story recently by my god sister. So it's just like, I don't know. It's sad. You know what I mean?
Social media has done a job. It's done a job on folks, man.
Right.
It's done a job.
So with that being said, I think now throw mommy makeover off, right?
Correct. That's fine.
The women who are getting this now, because I don't know if he told you, I used to work in the strip club. I was a waitress.
No, that's your story. Okay. I'm not going to tell your story.
Okay, so I used to work in there. When I first got out of the military, I could not find a job, right? And I went to the strip club because my niece got me into the strip club, and I made $15 my first day because I didn't know how. This was a whole different world. It's a whole different world.
Right.
So with this, those women are investing in their bodies to give men this illusion or this fantasy or what have you. You know what I mean? Do they have to do that? That's y'all question.
Got it.
I don't know. But they felt the need to do that because they felt like they would make more money. See what I'm saying? But and then that's when they had butt shots, injections, and all of that. Now we're starting to see what is happening with those women who initially got those butt shots. I was offered those butt shots. Did I take it? I was this close.
Wow.
Because I told you when I was young, I wanted to be this just this beauty because I was called ugly my whole life. You know what I mean? It was up until my latter years I started to appreciate myself and self-love. You know what I mean? Because you have to retrain your mind with that. So
but that's what I was saying, Greg. I don't mean to cut you off, Nika, but that's what I'm saying.
No, you're right.
All of the alterations to the body, adjustments to the body, has something to do with childhood trauma, right? When people we were sitting talking to one of our buddies at the cigar lounge, and he's from Africa. He was talking about how all of the African women that were darker skinned had started putting on all this face cream, lightening cream.
Exactly.
It's an internal thing that people have to deal with when in actuality, we've been indoctrinated to believe what pretty is, to believe what fine is, to believe what all that is, because we're still fighting those insecurities from when we were children. Right.
And the thing is, because that whole you're pretty for a dark skinned girl. What does that mean?
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
See, that's
for somebody to say that they're ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what if I came to you? You're beautiful. You're handsome for a dark skinned man. Like,
I'm like, word. What's happening?
How many? But for real though, how many times in your life have you heard that?
Never.
Ever.
Never.
I mean, but now the women seem to be flocking towards the dark-skinned men.
Yeah, we've been around for a little while now.
You know, but we ain't talking about the men right now. We're going to get back on the women.
No, it's
getting back on the women.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword.
So this goes back to, you know, women and how you say the insecurity. But the question is always asked, as married women and their husband are intrigued by women who have the beautiful Barbie doll shapes.
Right.
And y'all like this stuff. And there's nothing wrong because at the end of the day, a man is a man.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
Temptation is a mother. I already know that. You know, and I respect men that are faithful to their wives. Because I just feel like you shouldn't walk that out if you ain't gonna, you know what I mean? But that's a whole nother subject.
Okay.
But when I talk to the many women that I serve on a daily basis, they're always wondering why their man will look at these women on social media, because now you see all types of women. You know what I mean? I mean, you talking about the Dominican, the Brazilians, all, you know. So y'all, and I feel like men love the exotic look. So why is that? Like, and
why,
then you'll say, well, you don't need to look like that. I just look at that.
It's like a car show, right? I ain't finna put 24, 26, 28 rims on nothing, but I go to Rick Ross car show and be like, man, that get crazy right there. Look at that. I ain't finna do it. I think what it is that men in their wrong have objectified women so much. Now women objectify themselves. Right, so I'm gonna take the power back. Right, so now I'm gonna bust it open. I'm busting open. I'm this, that, and the other. So now it's oversaturated. So now it's just like flipping through a magazine. Right, I don't want that.
Yeah,
but I like to look at it. I don't want a car with 28-inch rims on it, but I think it's fascinating for you to have it. Right.
So, I mean, me personally.
Let me put my shades on and tell you what my thought is about that.
Oh God.
I tell my boys this all the time. And so here's my thought about that. From a man's perspective, you know how you don't know. From a man's perspective, if I'm chewing some gum and I'm killing that gum, I've been chewing that gum for however many hours I've been chewing gum. And then you walk up and you be like, hey, Greg, here's some strawberries or a grape. I want you to taste this. I'm going to take that gum out my mouth. I'm going to put it on that cup, that Sprite can. I'm going to put that gum right there. And then I'm going to taste it. And I'm going to taste that grape a little bit.
No, you ain't.
Then I'm going to be like, oh, that's good. And
you going to throw that? No, the hell you not.
No, I'm going to take that gum and put it back in my mouth.
No, the hell you not.
So
once you take that gum out your mouth, you throwing it in the trash.
No, you're not. No, you're not. It's the same analogy.
Hey.
So think about it. If from a woman perspective.
When you were 9 years old, ain't nobody. Bro, stop.
I'm telling you now. I'm going to do it now. I do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, but the gum has lost its flavor.
So here's the deal. So let me just really say, from the perspective of if you look at it from a theoretical point of view. Or,
oh God, how you gonna dress this up?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, look at it from a theoretical point of view.
Okay.
If you, the gum is the relationship you're in.
Okay.
The chewing of the gum is the relationship you're in. So if you're chewing the gum, from a man perspective, I can chew this gum and I can stay in this relationship, but I'm going to take this gum out and I'm going to hold it for a second until I taste this other 10% or 20% or whatever the side piece is. And then I'm going to put it back in my mouth because I still love that gum. I want that gum.
Find another analogy or whatever you're trying to use.
That's a hard sell on that analogy, my nigga. That's a hard sell. So you should have said the gum that I've been chewing has not lost its flavor, but it's great. I've chewed the grape gum so long that the strawberry gum is just a different thing. But I even think as when we get mature, when we become older, fine is a plus, right? Beautiful is a plus. I'm more concerned about your spirituality, your mentality, right? How you can communicate, because after I get through looking at you and you bitching and hoeing and motherfucking me to death, I don't give a fuck how fine you are. I'm ready for you to get the hell on out of my face.
I started this segment talking about the disrespect. That's what you're talking about. Bottom line, go ahead.
You can be fine as you want to be. You can be fine as you want to be.
What you about to say? What you about to say?
God's still working with me.
He must be, girl.
Ooh, y'all.
That motherfucker, you can't call me a motherfucker too many times. Yes, it is.
No, you know what it is? I feel like, and this go back to a pastor. I ain't gonna say what pastor it was. I heard.
Look, we can't be messing
with
listen,
no. But listen, it made sense to me, and I don't know how y'all would feel. Me personally, I'll tell my person that I require more love than the average woman. Period. I say that in the beginning, right?
Wait. What do you mean? I got to be crazy about you? What does that mean? I got to drink your bath water? I mean, what the hell you mean? Require more love?
No, not in that manner. And I think that's something that I still work on because I'm still healing from that childhood trauma, because My father left I was always a daddy's girl.
Okay.
But my dad left at like when I turned 13 or 12, somewhere in there. And that was the most pivotal time that I needed my father in that, moment. Because at this point, I'm dating and I'm talking to guys that I typically probably would never talk to because I actually was searching for trying to fill a void and I didn't even realize it. You see what I'm saying? So I know that now as an adult, but I heard this guy say that if you take care of the inner little girl, that's all you got to do.
I mean, that's fair.
But you got to find her, though. But you got to understand who she is, right?
You got to find her first.
That goes both ways. But see, for men, what men always hold up a wall. And it's like, dang, it's like if you keep beating a brick wall, then what you want me to do? You know what I mean?
Right.
I think, and this is not to
belittle or
degrade or belittle mothers or anybody, but I think black men we get so much rough talk from our mom. Sit your little stupid ass down. Get your little So now I gotta take it from you. And I've taken it until I'm no longer in your home anymore. But what I'm not going to do is replicate that in my marriage or my relationship where you just talking outside of your mouth.
You should.
Yeah, any kind of way, right? So, and I've told women this when they've asked me certain questions about men cheating. I said, I believe that disrespect and using your tongue inappropriately against a man does just as much damage to a relationship as cheating, right? Because it's more often. Every day you can call me out my name. Every day you can be disrespectful to me, right? I might cheat once every 3 years. I might go out and step out. But every day I've taken this foul talk that you say all the time, that you display all the time. And that's broken the relationship down just as much as me stepping out. Right? So you want me to control my penis, I want you to control your mouth.
But you're going to take care of that woman. So when you go back to say, well, what does that mean? Do you want a man to drink your bath water, this, and the third? No. When I say I require more love, it's like, be a little bit more patient with me. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm going to disrespect you, but just be a little bit more patient with me. Just display a little bit more love towards me than you would anyone else. That's all I'm saying. I don't want you to go, you know what I mean, tell the mountains. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, just hold me more delicately because me personally, I never had that person. All my people are dead and gone. My father's gone. My dad's gone. So me personally, I just feel like if my man is my safe space, you see what I'm saying? I want to respect you. I want to do all. And I want to look at women and like, damn, baby, she fine, ain't it? I'm that girl. I don't know about other people. But that's what I mean on that tip.
No, that's fair. I get it. Cool. All right, so I tell you what, guys, I know we're going to have to wrap this up real quick here. And I definitely want, the next scheduled podcast, we're going to probably, touch a little bit more on some of this stuff and other stuff. So
yeah, because I need you to come up with another analogy because I'm still going to circle back.
I ain't like that one either.
So hold up. I got one question.
I like that.
You're going to tell me.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
If you chewing gum right now, you telling me you just gonna throw it out if it's sweet and good.
I'm going to spit that shit out because if I get something else in my mouth,
all right.
We'll pick it up. But I always say I don't want to eat a